Surprise! I'm doing a bonus tutorial. I thought I would do my eyes here because I want to stitch something really fun on TikTok. It's going to be so much fun, so nostalgic. But I thought that we could do our eye makeup here. So normally I take Saturday and Sunday off from story tutorials, but today Ben and I both have some things to catch up on, so we'll spend time. We usually spend the whole day together, but we'll spend this evening together. So I'm gonna hang out with y'all. All right, let's make blue a neutral. Y'all ready? I wanna use this palette again. This one right here is one of my favorite Pat McGrath palettes of all time. It's wonderful. I love the story, the formulas, the mattes in this one in particular are wonderful. So we love this one. And I'm going to do a Sephora favorites video. I need to film that. I might film that tomorrow because that's coming up. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, let me go get you a screenshot. I forget, some of you might not know. Here I am over here. So this is what I'm talking about. I went and got a screenshot. This is from Trend Moods page. If you don't follow Sophie, you should. She's always giving us all the new stuff coming out and all that good stuff. But this is about the Sephora sale, and Rouge gets this 20% off, VIB. If it is a little bit more confusing, you can always Google. I stay on Google trying to figure things out. But this is kind of a brief rundown, and if you didn't know what I was talking about, this is what I'm talking about. Holiday savings event. And during that time, I highly suggest getting some of my more spicy price stuff like the Givenchy powder, but I'm gonna do a video for that. That's a separate situation, but also didn't wanna leave you confused. So here you go. Let's start with some clean canvas. Now I think I'm gonna leave my lid space kind of bare. I'm probably gonna need to clean it up more than that, but you'll see why. I actually want the color of my lid to come through, so we might need to switch bases to do that. So we're gonna start with an E28 and we're gonna go into this shade. We're gonna grab about that much on the brush. The way that I love how this focuses, so you can actually see how much is on my brush. I can't get over it. So we're gonna take that and just press it through here. And I actually want it to be a little bit more warm, but we'll get to that in a second. I also love the 1 minute slides because you can see how long it takes me to do this now in real time. Now I'm gonna pick up some more, same shade, same amount, and start to tap it over this way and just tap it back and forth. And you'll see that it'll start to transition itself with tapping. I know a lot of time you might think tapping is going to take forever. It really doesn't. As you can see, I haven't touched this eye. That's still what we did in that 1 minute. That was 1 minute of blending. And what happens is when you tap like this, you actually wind up creating a second transition out of the one color. So I'm not even having to dip back in to get a transition if I don't want to. You'll see that it's the darker shade and then it transitioned into a lighter, warmer shade. So tapping, it takes a second to get used to it, but it's very quick. It can be extremely quick. Okay, so what I love with blue is warm red. Now that doesn't mean I need to come in here and grab a ton of this red, but I want to shift this a little bit more cool tone to have some more red in it. It's just going to warm it up. Because a lot of times the warm colors, the warm browns that you have in your palettes, all they have in them is just more red. And a lot of times we look at these colors in our palettes and we go, when am I ever gonna wear that? We'll just press a little bit on top of your brown just to kind of warm it up a little bit more. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. You gotta see how much I'm grabbing here. See how little that is? Just a tiny amount. And I'm pushing it into the darkest part, and then from there, I'll transition it up towards the brow. So now I'm gonna clean up my lid space with a little bit of micellar water, and I want a base that's completely translucent. I wanna be able to see my skin because it's gonna just kind of make this blue my skin, but a little bit of sheen of blue. See, I'm such a visual person. Sometimes I have a hard time explaining, so it's better for me just to show you. But I am cleaning this up with micellar water, and I like the one with the pink cap because once it dries, you can just put anything on top of it. It's not going to mess with your makeup. It's tried and true. I've been using it for years. But I'm just cleaning this up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want you to be able to see my skin. So now I need just a dot of this, and this is going to go on completely translucent. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to grab my C30 here. It's already dry because of how little micellar water I use. And I'll just even that out on my lid. So if I wanted this to go on very opaque, very intensely, I'm going to use the C30 because it's going to pick up all of that pigment and just spread it on my lid. But I want this to be very sheer. So I'm actually going to grab an E29 here, and I'm going to pick this shade up here, and I want you to notice how I'm going to dip into it. Okay, there it is on the brush. Let's take a gander at that. And now I'm just going to take it and tap it on my lid. You're going to see me do it a little more, what's happening here, very tappy for a second, just to make sure I'm not putting too much on the lid and then it kind of covers that skin. I just want it to be a sheen of blue. That's fun. See how you can see the skin? I'm gonna add just a little bit more of the red color. I just love that contrast of red and blue together, but just a little bit. Again, we're not gonna turn it red. And then I think I'm gonna do brown liner. Everything in this room is snoring. I wish I was snoring. I wish I could take a nap. Love the Stila liner. Remember the Valentino, they don't have that in brown, so this one's brown and it's wonderful. Look at how tiny that is. I'm just gonna do a really elongated wing today since I have this very tight bun. And then we can switch to this side, it's bigger, and then we'll just fill it in. I'm gonna wear a little bit thicker lash, a little bit floofier lash today. So I'm gonna make the line here a little bit thicker. But I want you to see how precise this is. It's really, really nice. Now, I'm sure most of you know Rokel. He is an incredible artist. Honestly, understatement. I could sit here hyping him for hours. But this is his lash brand, and I'm so excited to try these. I bought these the other day. Shipping was fast. And I just think they are the lash that I need in my makeup life. Now, what we do need to do is make sure that we're really pressing them into our lash line, and I'm gonna shape them a little bit more to my eye, but I have to do that while it's drying. These are fun. I feel like these lashes look like a filter in the best way. I love them. They're so fluttery and they feel so light. I love them. I know they're not for everyone, but for me, this is fun. Makeup's fun. Remember, these will just come off. And there are other styles. I didn't grab them, but he has other styles that are way less spicy. So I want to say the quality is A+. All right, my friends, I am going to hop off here. Normally I'll do the full tutorial, but it is Saturday, and what I'm wanting to go film is really fun, and it's about foundation, and I'm going to stitch a video. Like I said, it's going to be cute. I'm so excited. All right. I love y'all so much with all of my heart, and I don't post on Saturdays. It's my one day that I don't post, but I will definitely see y'all tomorrow.